What's up, Dace Tagular Nation? Welcome to another edition of the Dace Man Show, the final Tuesday edition. Joining me as always, Gibby. Back behind the producer's desk, Frank Ward. Hold on. Sorry, didn't you just say your body was sore like moments before hitting go live?
Yeah.
Okay, back behind the producer's desk, Frank Ward.
Do you hear how out of breath he is from doing that? Like
You should have heard all the cracking.
But hello.
Cheever!
I had something planned, and it's gone out of my
He
brain.
literally was just bitching that I could barely move and I hurt.
It's my back. I'm old. Leave me alone.
I've hurt my back and I couldn't do that arm motion if my back was hurting. It sends vibrations down the spine. Fuck that. Anyway, we got a show for you tonight.
Yeah, we
Said
do.
it's our final Tuesday show.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go out on a limb here. Anybody see The Flash?
No.
No.
I didn't think so. It's a meh movie.
That's part of why I haven't seen it.
So we're gonna jump into it because fuck it.
I heard it was horrible.
It's not hard. Again, it falls into the whole James Gunn resetting the universe. So what the fuck does any of this matter?
Mm-hmm.
And then you look at the Flash and go, well, this could matter because Flash has been tied to multiple comic resets.
Yeah.
And then you really gotta read fucking into it to think that it's gonna reset the universe. But the way they ended it, if Zack Snyder was still involved, I don't know what the fuck. Like,
So you left more confused?
who cares about spoilers?
No.
I don't care.
So you start off with Ben Affleck as Batman.
Batfleck.
You're in the DCEU. Wonder
Okay.
Woman shows up.
Ben Affleck.
They talk about Aquaman. They talk about everybody throughout the movie. So
What is it called? Flash? What?
just the Flash.
Flash movie 2023. Who played?
Ezra.
Is that the guy that played
They.
in the?
They're they.
Motherfucker, I think, is actually the pronoun we
Motherfucker.
assigned.
Yeah, that's what we signed off on.
Oh.
So anyway,
Is it the one that played it in the TV series?
No.
No, he does appear though.
I knew it.
So you actually need to go see it, and we'll get to that point.
Okay.
So you start off with Batfleck, and you're in the DCEU, and everything is coherent. So as fucked up as the DCEU is,
Yeah.
Why does he look so fucked up as the Flash?
Oh, the CGI is fucking terrible in this too. I'll get to that in a moment.
I was just gonna say, like, I'm looking at this.
You are jumping the gun on how fucking
I'm trying
terrible
to
this movie
figure out
was.
who the actor is.
It's Ezra Miller. It's the dude who beat the shit out of somebody in Honolulu or whatever.
Yeah.
And we kept.
What else did he play in? I mean, it's
He's
nothing.
in. He's in the
Nothing.
not Gringo, the Fantastic Beasts. And where to find them? He's the kid. He's the Dumbledore kid, not Albus Dumbledore, but the brother's kid. He's in that
The one
Fantastic
that's-
Beast. He's the emo kid,
He's
long
the
black
emo-
hair. Yeah,
I know exactly what you're talking about. That's him.
that's him. Them, whatever.
Motherfucker.
So anyway, you start out with that, and then you jump into. So basically, they go back to the point where the CW did it much better, where he tries to save his mother.
Martha.
In saving his mother, he fucks up the timelines. They explain the timelines as spaghetti, as Michael Keaton now is introduced as our Batman. And Michael Keaton says the timelines are like spaghetti. So, like, if you don't fuck with it, it's a straight stick that
Yeah.
not cooked.
So uncooked spaghetti.
Uncooked spaghetti. But
Okay.
you fuck with it, then it's cooked spaghetti, and he just plops the spaghetti on the dish and goes, that's your infinite timelines now, and you can see things just run into each other. There's fixed points, like there's... It's a fucking mess, but
Okay.
it's there. So that's why he is Batman, and much older, and there's no metahumans. They bring in Supergirl.
I don't like the uniform.
It's awful. The CGI in this movie is
I don't like the
terrible.
uniform.
And they tried to justify it, that the Speed Force was supposed to look that way. It was fucking awful.
Okay.
So then he's in this Michael Keaton Batman timeline where realistically Michael Keaton is the only superhero.
Let's back up 2 seconds. Michael Keaton is
1989 Batman. He plays
Holy
Beetlejuice as well.
fucking
Yeah.
Christ!
He played Beetlejuice, and he's also
Wait,
the
is
villain
it
in
like
Spider-Man.
the legit one?
Yeah.
Like
It's-
he's ancient in this?
Well, I mean, Michael Keaton looks good for 70.
Is
He
really
plays
good?
Vulture in Spider-Man. He's not bad. He's not bad looking. That's the least of the problems in this movie.
I'm just.
Michael Keaton was the saving grace of this fucking movie.
Okay, never mind.
But then they basically get to the point of like Spider-Verse got into. It was like there's canon points that will never fucking change.
Yeah.
In this movie, the death of Michael Keaton Batman and Supergirl are those points.
Okay.
Because he changed the death of his mother. Because the mother didn't die, death had to go somewhere else or some bullshit.
Okay.
So you go through this entire 45-minute plot of them trying to figure out how to get Barry his powers back, because the new Barry took him because they fucked up that thing, because...
Alright, we're talking about what Barry are we talking about?
The Flash.
But
it's the same actor. Same actor played both roles. So there's the alternate timeline, and then there's the main time. Yeah, exactly. So...
I can already tell you, I would have been so lost in this fucking movie.
I watched it at the drive-in.
Is this like... like, I'm getting...
The quality was not great.
I'm getting, like, the Inception vibes, where I just sat there and asked Ashley a shit ton of questions, because I just...
It is not that good. And I don't even... I've never watched Inception.
I'm already getting fucking lost.
But basically, he knew the time of day it was and where he was at, and he goes, oh shit, you need to be here to get your powers, and you're not.
Yeah.
So he takes him there to get the powers, and because that Barry was not supposed to get powers, our Barry lost his powers. So he ran around the whole movie, well, walked around the whole movie, as the other idiot, who turns out to be the evil... He turns out to... You know how they did it in the CW, where Barry ended up being the villain?
Yes.
That's what they did with
I
Savitar.
am the future Flash.
They did Savitar. But they did a little bit more interesting, where basically he just got his ass kicked for hundreds of years or some shit, and it wasn't an armor suit on it was just like decay. But anyway, Zod wins in that universe. But here's where it gets really fucking confusing. So basically we
haven't gotten there yet?
No. No?
What the fuck?
They get stuck in the Speed Force, and they start witnessing the other multiverses, and this is why you have to go see it. They show Adam West Batman.
Yes.
There we go.
But it's like a freeze frame still. And they just used this dialogue from a movie.
So they probably didn't have the rights.
Yep. They did a Tarkin or Princess Leia thing to Christopher Reeves. And did his Superman with that Supergirl. I don't remember the actress that played that Supergirl.
Yeah.
They brought in a giant fucking spider and Nicolas Cage as Superman to fight the fucking spider. They also brought, without his knowledge, they brought in Jay Garrick from the CW to show that Flash. And he's been...
I saw that, yes!
He's been getting his phone blown up like, yo, you're in the Flash movie? He's like, I did not film anything for that movie. They just took his likeness. And basically, they're just showing, like, alternate realities of Superman and Batman. And one Flash. Didn't show you Linda Carter's, like, Wonder Woman. Didn't show you, like...
Aquaman?
That got too expensive.
No other Aquaman. It was just... and it was terrible
So
CGI.
They didn't push any of their other projects at all.
Nothing from the CW either. Like, you didn't get to see Ollie... Like, that whole successful franchise you had on the CW.
Did they at least show the Arrow guy?
Nope.
No.
They didn't even flash to, like, the
Not even Grant Gustin. The guy that I was waiting for. Not it.
Not even, like, the animated Justice League, just to throw that weird fucking off the wall in there or something?
Nope. Spider-Verse took that and did that with their fucking thing.
Interesting.
Wow.
So, okay, basically Barry starts watching these universes colliding to each other and they're all blowing up. He's like, oh, fuck, I did this. And they have the realization of like, oh, fuck, I fucked up. All right, I'm going to stop and go fix what I fucked up. And he fixes what he fucked up. But in doing so, he still fucks something up.
Fucking Barry.
The whole movie starts with his dad going to trial where they're trying to use a video footage of him grabbing tomato soup in a store and seeing his face. But because it's on the middle shelf, he never looks up at the camera. After he basically sentenced his mother to death again, he puts all the tomato soup on the top shelf. So when his dad goes back to get the tomato soup when his mom's getting murdered, he looks at the camera.
Where'd they move the fucking tomato soup at? What the fuck? And just leaves without getting it.
Oh, somebody got fired too. That's probably what the wrinkle was. Of like, the tomato soup's supposed to be on the middle fucking shelf.
That's right.
We told you that how many fucking times?
Yep.
You're fired. Well, that goes and makes another alteration because everything seems like it's back to normal, but when Bruce Wayne pulls up, it's George Clooney.
Oh.
And that's how it ends. It ends with Ezra Miller going, who the fuck are you? And that's how it ends.
What?
So George Clooney's the new Batman?
How old is he?
He's up there with Michael Keaton.
That's what I was just going to say.
Well, again,
like,
Michael
I can't
Keaton
see
is
them
71.
even trying to do a spin-off.
I want to
that.
say George is in his 60s.
They're doing a sequel.
Google it, please.
Here's the
I'm
problem.
working on it.
James Gunn doesn't want old actors in his universe.
Just this computer's being
Oh, you threw a bunch of old names out.
62.
Not all the Batman median age was like 68 in that fucking movie.
Yeah, 62.
Yeah, so like, not only is to me that's a problem. Now you're saying Joel Schumacher is canon in whatever fucking Flash universe we're in, meaning Mr. Freeze is Arnold Schwarzenegger, Bane was that weird fucking dude, and Uma Thurman is Poison Ivy, and there's Bat Nipples and Batman American Express cards, you know, the really cheesy promotional shit that happened. I think it was just like a nice little hat tip. Apparently, also, they filmed 3 different endings, and ultimately went with the George Clooney one.
That was your best option, huh?
Well, the first one was apparently Michael Keaton pulled up, and oh yay, he lived, but you know you don't have Batfleck, which probably would have been the softest blow.
Fun fact: the Batman AMX card they used was a tie-in from the movie from 1997.
Yeah, it's the George Clooney movie.
Okay.
Yeah. So that probably would have been the softer one, and then instead of having Henry Cavill as Superman, they would have had Kara, whoever played Kara. The second ending, after they basically said, "Oh, we're going to still try to do the Snyderverse," they went and filmed one with Henry Cavill and Gal Gadot to kind of tee up what was going to happen in Black Adam. So like that was before James Gunn came on, and then James Gunn came on and said, "We're not using them. Film something else." And they came back and said, "George Clooney?" And I'm pretty sure James Gunn laughed and went, "Yeah, right." And it happened. So to sit there and say like, "Hey, this is the reset button for the DCEU," it's a fucking stretch. I mean, it's unless like they do some kind of dialogue in a future movie that says Barry just kept trying to go back and fix things, and like this is where we just landed.
Yeah.
Jason Momoa shows up in the post-credit scene, drunk,
Nice.
choosing to sleep in a puddle rather than Barry's apartment. So Aquaman's still the same. Shazam is technically in the universe, so technically I guess Gal Gadot's still the same. I don't know if they're going to keep George Clooney. Maybe they go with like a Batman Beyond scenario or something.
I was gonna say maybe Robin takes over.
Yeah, Nightwing or something like that. But then that means you got to bring out the 50-year-old Christopher McDonald or whatever the fuck his name who played Robin, and
But
technically,
doesn't Robin change all the time though?
Or Batman
does.
Beyond.
He does.
Batman Beyond route.
So it doesn't have to be that old guy. They can have somebody younger and then say that this is another one he trained further.
Could
down
be
the
his
line.
son, Damon.
Yeah. Well, again, the Batman Beyond line is
Old man
someone
Bruce
with a new Terry Pratchett.
Yeah, he's Mexican or something like that, right?
He's not Mexican.
He's
That's racist.
Hispanic.
No, he's racist.
He's Asian? He's not white.
He is clearly
He
white.
is not white.
Who?
The kid from Batman Beyond. What ethnicity was he?
I thought that was the way they were trying to be progressive.
No.
Well, then DC's the racist one here,
he
not
was
me.
tan.
Yeah, so why wouldn't he be Hispanic?
That's racist.
How's it racist?
Some people just like going outside and getting tan. I can't wait for Frank to correct me on this.
Well, no, you're probably right. It was made in the 90s, so they didn't actually appropriate characters until Nick Fury.
Do you know the name of the kid?
Terry.
Thank you, because that makes it a
It's
lot.
gonna be the one in the wheelchair near the firework. Back it up, Terry! Put it in reverse!
Terry McGinnis?
Oh, he looks
Oh, well then he's super Irish.
Yeah.
white to me.
Wait, what?
Terry is half Asian, which sets him apart from previous versions of the
See,
superhero.
I knew he had something.
I'll probably say he's half Asian.
How can you tell he's okay?
Is it
Looking
Terry
at the picture,
McGinnis?
He does not look
Yes.
half Asian, really.
Will Friedle played him in
Is that Eric
Batman Beyond Out of
Matthews?
the Past TV episode.
Is that Eric Matthews from
Yeah.
like Boy Meets World?
Yeah, that's what came up. That's why I got really confused.
All right, so they kind of tried to do something by
it's
making
his
him half
voice,
Asian.
but-
They failed by giving him the whitest fucking guy to voice him.
Yeah.
There you go.
Anyway,
Image is still
it's a
not-
clusterfuck.
I like it.
And technically, according to James Gunn, Blue Beetle, which comes out in August,
Yes.
is the first DCU movie, which is his universe.
DCU.
Yeah, he got rid of the E.
Fun stuff.
Yeah, so that happened.
What the hell's this beetle thing about?
It's Animorph. I don't know. It's their Iron Man, I guess.
Okay.
But a kid.
It has bestiality in it.
It's I don't know much about Blue Beetle. I don't like DC.
It's got the beetle, the blue, huh?
Yep.
I like Batman and Green Lantern. They won't make either of those.
Just gotta get those blue balls taken care of. That's all.
Awful. Other than that, comic book wise, Secret Invasion starts tomorrow on Disney Plus, which follows Nick Fury and the Skrull invasion. Where the Skrulls apparently, at least the plot that I've read, or I try to stay away from it because I don't want to get spoiled.
Yeah.
It's a 6-episode arc.
Yep.
It's trying to be more like what Winter Soldier was.
Okay.
The political thriller type thing.
Okay.
And it sounds like the Skrulls are pissed off because Captain Marvel didn't actually find them a new home. So a portion of them are pissed and trying to take over the Earth at that point. Which makes sense, because the Skrulls are supposed to be bad guys. It's weird if they were good guys.
Okay.
But yeah.
Interesting.
That's all I have entertainment-wise.
Did you see the movie Elemental?
No.
Never heard of it.
Sounds like you chose the better movie to go see.
I did. It was a
And
fantastic
all you did
movie.
was tell me was the title.
Has anybody seen... Isn't Avatar just come out with a new one?
That's been out since December, and I
Actually,
still won't watch it.
I actually watched it.
Yeah, it's probably awful.
I glimpsed at it every once in a while.
I refuse to watch it. James Cameron doesn't need more money. Go find those people in the water, James Cameron.
Oh yeah, I heard a bit about that.
Sorry to interrupt your thing.
No, it's
And
No,
I-
yeah.
there-
No, go find him, James Cameron.
There's a sub-loss that went to go look at the Titanic, and the Titanic kept him.
Is it
Yes.
bad that I was
Yeah.
sad that the billionaire wasn't Carl Icahn?
Who was the billionaire? Some
I don't fucking know. But when
Oh.
you say billionaire, I just hope it's him.
Don't worry, he was white.
Yeah. Well, there was also 2 Indian guys on the boat too.
Yes.
Well, he's not the one actually driving.
No, well, none of them are. They just happen to be the really rich people that decided I want to go look at the Titanic because pictures aren't good enough.
I also love the fact that one of the people down there is the CEO of the company that made the ship that went down. And in 2019, he called for deregulation for safety.
Yeah, good. This is karma catching up.
Yeah.
Literally, 2 guys named Karma are with him.
That's right.
well, you know the worst part. Like if they do find them and they're alive,
They're fucked. They've been having like CNN's got this sick countdown going on of
like
how many hours they got
oxygen,
left.
oxygen countdown timer.
And they'd be like, breaking news! They've only got 25 hours left.
But if they make it, that billionaire is going to fund a movie that we're going to have to go see.
Oh, it'll be Titanic 2. Unfortunately, no Bill Paxton though, unless they CGI him completely. But
The
go on.
question is, which one gets eaten? Like, they're hungry.
It's so like I don't know if you caught any of the news coverage for this, and we'll get back to Elemental. But they're trying to bring on experts, and the experts are like, they're gone. Like, one dude was like, I don't want to be the naysayer here, but even if they find them, how are you going to bring them back up?
Oh yeah.
Like, they're 2 miles below the ocean, and you can't get, the only machine that can get down there is currently stuck down there.
Just a fishing pole.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go get him.
And then another dude was like, there's like 7 different backups to get you to the surface. So he's like, if they all failed, something really bad happened. Like, if they're not floating on the top somewhere.
Which they could be doing that too, I guess, right?
That's the other monkey wrench in this. So they gotta search 2 miles deep and then just basically the fucking current. Because they could have came back up.
Yeah, but you would think that they would have GPS on that thing.
Not if all the electronics died.
Like, none of them have a fucking phone?
They're sealed in this fucking thing. You think it's got signal out in the middle of the ocean?
It's like a subboat.
I barely get signal in
It's gotta
Deptford.
have a hatch to just pop open.
No, they zip it like a fucking... Because
they
they were
don't?
complaining, they're like, there's 12 fucking deadbolts on this thing, where a crew on the outside has to unzip it. So the guys are like, they got 30 hours of oxygen, it's going to take them 5 hours to get out of the fucking thing. So you have 25 hours, and you still got to find them.
Yeah, we could probably just drill a hole in it, but yeah.
This is James Cameron's fault.
Jaws of Life.
It's James
Or
Cameron's
something.
fault.
Yeah,
We
I'm
should
sure
really...
you can get air in there, but yeah.
We should really be blaming James Cameron. He made it look super sexy to go down there and look at a wreckage.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
He's like,
yeah.
oh, even this 90-year-old woman who's going to throw this jewelry in the ocean can do it. Why can't you?
They're actually looking for the necklace. They think it's really down there.
For the down payment of $250,000, come tempt fate.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
That's James Cameron's fault.
So we just couldn't let the Titanic go. If we just let the Titanic just go down the halls of history, and we would have forgotten about it,
What was wrong?
No
with,
one would have been down there.
What was wrong with the drone that went down there and took those awesome pictures? Like, oh, never before seen pictures of like the Titanic in 4K capability. That wasn't good enough.
I don't understand. Yeah, why you just went to send a drone down there? It's
Or-
just so much easier.
Look at I am totally cool at looking at pictures of the Everest. I'm not going to
Just
go down
ask a
there.
dumb question.
Yes, please do.
It's James Cameron's fault. But go on.
So if they have to then bring them back up, will they get Ben's
Oh,
syndrome if
probably.
they come up too quickly?
Most likely, they've been gone for 2 days now.
Well, the Ben's is when you come up too quickly.
Yeah, but
you have to come up slowly.
I'm assuming the capsule is pressurized probably, so probably not. Because I think the bends is because your lungs pressurized.
Well, that's
too quick.
That's what they're saying. If all of a sudden there was a leak at that level, it would just implode because of the pressure.
Yeah,
so
once it evens out, just.
And that's what the guys were trying to say. Is like if the catastrophic thing happened, these people are gone. So my curiosity is when do they send down the next boat to look?
Well,
When do they run tours
down
for the Titanic too?
Yeah, when they get the when they build it, right?
But did you see any of the videos of how they made this thing?
No.
So it's fucking like duct taped together. And they went out and bought some weird fucking shit like from Camping World and built this thing.
This billionaire like fund like, hey, build me a thing.
Yeah, and like they fucking MacGyvered it. It's controlled by a PlayStation controller.
Oh God.
So like.
So the battery, so the control, no, someone didn't charge the controller.
That's exactly what happened.
Someone didn't play their PlayStation Plus, and that shit got denied.
Yes, it did.
But you know, 5 people are dead.
It desynced, and the sync button's on the outside of the sync.
The only people I feel sorry for are the two, I guess I don't know what you would call the pilots.
The captains?
I guess the captains of it. Yeah. I have no sympathy to the billionaires on there. It's like, about time like you guys don't live to 100.
Please keep doing more stupid things.
So
we can eventually get rid of you.
It just sounds like there's a position open for CEO somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
If you could deal with the PR nightmare if it's that guy. Well, you know, you've heard of hostile takeovers. You know, I just
like it.
stabbed a fucking hole in the window.
Oh God, he's an ugly motherfucker.
The CEO of the thing.
Yeah, Hamish Harding.
That's such a terrible fucking. Oh wait, is that one of the Indian guys that are on there?
No, that's the British guy. That's a billionaire.
That's on there?
Yeah.
Huh.
At least, yeah, billionaire explorer and prominent. Is he Pakistani? What? He doesn't look Pakistani.
They could be white.
I don't know. He's a pilot explorer. He does a lot of things.
Yeah, he's apparently on that sub, right?
Brokerage company. Yeah.
It's dumb. I would never want to. I don't like going to the shore as it is.
Yeah.
Why would I want to go under it?
I don't go in the water.
That's why they have Shark Week. Just watch it. Mm-hmm. I am totally cool with all these, like, those fucking morons that climb buildings or those fucking morons that climb mountains and stuff like that, like, unattached to things. Why? Like, you just look at a picture and be like, yep, it's impressive.
Yeah, I think one of my favorite, like, I guess, memes, quotes, or whatever, is every body on Everest was once a highly motivated person, so maybe calm down.
Yeah,
Like,
right?
Yeah. All right.
You know who I want to be friends with is the fucking Sherpa making $1 an hour that drags them back down. That motherfucker, you need to put him to work.
Or he's the one that chooses, like, no, we'll keep this one here so we know where we're at. Like, this is way marker 5.
Exactly.
Once the bodies, stack the bodies up to be a pillar.
Yeah.
So now, no matter how much snow we get, we can still see our way down.
So fucking stupid.
You make sure someone's hand is out a little that can hold the torch.
Flag.
Hold my beer.
You got a little bit of life in you, right? Just, like, you know, clench this.
Yeah. You make sure, the rigor mortis, right?
You'll forever look like you.
Yeah.
Just hold the flag. You're in the best shape of your life. You're young. You're dying. But every time somebody else is better than you and makes it past this point, they'll see your face.
Yeah.
It's like the Game of Thrones or whatever, and they light one, and then it's all just hands out there holding torches.
Yeah, that's the 30 we let die last week. But 31 made it.
It's the heroes of Everest.
Anyway, Elemental. How was that?
It was.
He forgot already. I'm sorry.
It
guys.
was.
It was Pixar, right?
It's a Pixar movie.
Okay.
And the kid made it through the trailers.
No,
he started off with the "Can we wait outside
For what?
for the trailers?" And I said, "Okay."
Was he scared that it was going to be some horror shit in there?
Yeah.
That's fair.
And he also apparently isn't a fan of loud noises. So I'm starting to suspect that he's autistic.
That is actually one of the big ones. Is loud, like being bothered by loud. We can do the test again if you guys want.
That's all.
I don't care for loud noises, but I usually yell back at them.
Damn right.
Yeah. So anyway, then we got to a point where he just started like, okay, well, we're just going to make our way in now. I said, okay, fine, fuck it, whatever. And then
I haven't gotten to the movie yet.
They played the trailer of it.
yeah, no, I mean, for a Pixar movie, it was pretty good.
They're usually decent movies. Like their lowest rated movies were like 80 something, 85%.
Yeah.
Pixar doesn't really miss often.
Yeah.
Toy Story 4.
It still did well.
I wouldn't give it a miss. As far as Pixar's concerned, miss. But like,
It's a miss to us who saw the first Toy Story when we were kids.
Yeah.
Because you said Woody's not going to be here anymore, and I went, whoa! Woody's the leader.
Yeah. Exactly.
I love Buzz, but Buzz is not the leader.
So you have TikTok, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Mark?
I've got my issues with TikTok right now.
Still doing it.
Still, and it's fucking an emotional roller coaster, and we'll get into it after you're done.
Bargain Bin Bonanza.
Okay.
I wish that popped up.
Oh, it's actually really. I watch it. It's fucking crazy. So they choose 2 movies, and they do it off of the Rotten Tomato score
Yeah.
or whatever, and then it's like closest to X amount of points. One with the largest gap in between scores. So you want like one really high, one really low.
Okay.
Or you can just like you want to get to 130. So then you can choose whatever 2 movies you want to do to try and get as close to 130 as possible. It's actually kind of interesting. I was looking at it, I'm like, well, Dave's got that wall over there.
We could do that.
Like, we could technically kind of do a kind of cheap cop out.
I can tell you the largest gap. I know I own the worst movie, and I know I own things in the 90s.
Yeah.
What's your worst movie?
It's probably something like...
Don't you goddamn say Time Bandits.
That's over there. There's a lot. I loved fucking cheesy movies. Like there's some. I don't want to say it.
UHF.
UHF's over there. Like there's the couple. I have all the
But
Norm
they do,
Macdonald movies. I know they don't score well. Like
Yeah, and then they do it. Sometimes they mix it up by using the consumer or like the regular people compared to the
people who know
critic.
movies.
I think they call them. Yeah.
Like I'm pretty sure Adam
Sorry.
Sandler's Jack and Jill's over there. And that didn't do well.
Yeah, that bummed.
Fuck any Ant-Man movies in the 60s.
There was Ant-Man movies in the 60s?
All of them. Like, are we talking critic rating or audience rating? When
They do it both times. Basically they just lay out these are the rules for this particular bonanza or whatever, and then there's usually 3 people.
Okay.
Well, there's 4 people. 3 of them choose the movies, and one person's the one that is like Frank, who would then
Figure out what it was.
figure out what it was and keep track of the math.
Because like you could easily. I'm pretty sure I own the first Avatar.
Can
I hate it, but I own it.
pick your brain? Do you have We're Back?
We're back.
We're Back. A Dinosaur's Tale.
No.
Oh my god, you are a terrorist.
You pick like.
Weird ass movies. Yeah.
I feel really good with my knowledge of movies and TV and stuff, and then you pick something that's like no, nobody wants.
It is a Steven Spielberg animated classic.
Animated.
It's called We're Back, A Dinosaur's Tale?
Yes.
1993.
Booyah!
John Goodman was a voice.
Yes, sir. He is the T-Rex.
And Jay Leno.
Jay Leno
That's why I
was
would
the
not buy it.
scientist.
That's
Martin
why I would
Short.
not buy it.
Rhea Perlman. Like, they had some people.
Was it a sequel?
No, it's based off a book, and it takes place on Thanksgiving Day because they have Macy's Day Parade.
That actually looks vague. I think I may have seen. I probably
it
saw it
Disney?
back in '93.
No, it's Spielberg, so it would be WB.
So it was a Warner Brothers thing?
Yeah.
You know, I might have saw it.
It's based off a book.
Yep. It is fantastic. The dinosaurs sing.
Somebody should choke
They
him, by the way.
dance.
It's not Suarez.
They sing. They dance. And the bad guy is called Professor Screw Eyes. Screw eye. Sorry, it's just one eye. It's a screw.
And he's a dinosaur? It's animated?
Yes.
Are the dinosaurs animated and the people are...
No, it's all animated.
Yeah, I don't know.
I know what movie I'm making you watch next.
I haven't watched Time Bandits.
I know exactly what 2 movies we're making you watch.
For the record, it's loosely tied to Spielberg. It's his animation company.
Produced by.
Yeah, George Lucas is also tied to Howard the Duck. So.
No, like it's his production.
Quack.
It was his animation company, but he doesn't have any produced credits or directed credits,
Then
according to the wiki.
Who produced it?
Steve Hickner.
Who? What?
But it was produced by Steven Spielberg's Amblimation Studio.
Yeah, the guys that did Animaniacs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Then who wrote it?
well, it was based off of a book written by It was directed by like 5 people. Dick Zondag. Zondag.
Nope, Dick Zombag.
And Ralph Zondag.
Brothers. Like the Russo brothers, okay?
Yeah,
We're going down the right path.
On the same level as the Russo brothers.
Uh-oh.
For your reference, as the guys that did Infinity War and Endgame.
Hanna-Barbera tried to... They were the first company to contact Hudson Talbot about obtaining the rights. Is that the author's name?
Yes.
The wiki's not...
Wiki's doing wiki things.
Yeah, it's just not the most conducive. It's based off of a book. But yeah, Hudson Talbot was the writer of the book.
Yeah, I've never seen this. That's what... Okay.
Anyway.
I've never seen it in my adult life. Doesn't mean I didn't see it as a kid.
Yeah, that's what I'm like.
There's a lot of shit that pops up after, like, oh, I've seen this.
If you saw the post, like, it looks familiar.
Yeah. I feel like your point. I've seen that poster. It's only an important week for baseball, you know. Anyway,
Said they were choking. Sorry.
Braves are the best team right now in National League. So
TikTok.
yeah, so my TikTok algorithm is severely fucking broken and it is fucking with me. So I have a lot of comedians in there. Like I have John Mulaney clips. I have a lot of like the writers of SNL clips when they're doing little bits. Then I have my typical girl shaking asses. Like, I have to have that. And now I have this World Trade Center account that keeps popping up. And the video I told you guys about last week was the guy who's on the phone with the fucking operator, pleading with her to get somebody to come up. And literally the end of the video is, oh God, no! And they have the fucking video of the tower collapsing next to him. He was in the tower as it collapsed.
Oh my God.
But it didn't stop there. Because then this week, we'll say today, it was in the last 3 days, they're interviewing a woman who lost her husband in it. And it's like, oh, okay, so he was in the building or he was a firefighter. Turns out he's a firefighter. You know what he died from? A woman falling on him that jumped out of the fucking building and landed on his fucking head. He didn't even get in there to do anything.
Oh, he was like outside having a cigarette waiting to go in. And
they were trying to assess what was happening, and this woman just fucking beamed him.
So, I'm sorry. I have to be that asshole.
Well, it's worse, because they kept him alive to get him to the hospital. For her to get there and just goes, oh, he's brain dead. So we just need you to pull the plug. But we kept him alive to get him here.
We couldn't do it. We kept him. We did our part. You got to kill him.
His head was cracked down the middle.
Did it have a picture?
No.
Oh.
She was very vivid in the description.
Okay.
It cracked him down the fucking center of his skull. The eye was missing, and he was
gone.
dead.
Yeah.
But these videos keep coming in the middle of like 6 comedy bits, a few ass shaking videos. Boom, sadness.
It's good. Keeps you level.
That's right. That's right.
I'm going to be that asshole.
Yeah.
Do it.
And say...
China's doing this to me? You're right.
Well, that too. China! Why would you stand and assess?
He wasn't. He was just walking in the building. They were trying to get into the lobby where they had the meeting point in Tower 2, I think was the one that was his second.
If you know a tower's going to fall...
Yeah, but...
Why?
They didn't know. They didn't know it was going to
No.
Tower 1 didn't fall yet.
The big thing is they didn't expect the towers to fall. That was the biggest thing, is they were built to stand, so they didn't ever think they were going to fall.
They didn't even, at least from what I understood, they didn't even know why it was on fire. They thought it was just a typical, like a couple windows blew out, it was a fire thing. Okay. So they set up their station in the one that didn't get hit.
Yeah.
And he was walking alongside two others to get in there.
And all of a sudden, just Steve's dead.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So that clarifies some things for me. Thank you.
Yeah.
But I'm getting like a video like that every 10. It's a fucking crap. And then like
Okay.
You need
All
to
right, how about
report
this?
that account.
How about this? You don't. If you don't watch the whole thing, which you clearly are watching this whole thing, because you're getting
I'm
some my
in the
play.
well, I'm stunned.
I'm just saying.
The TikTok
it
algorithm.
probably would not recommend it to you anymore.
I'm not hearting it. I'm just stunned. And I'm like,
The TikTok algorithm's like, oh, he watched it. He watched it
I
twice.
watched it, and then clicked on the name, and went to part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5, so I get the whole story, you know?
it's getting. You're not wrong. It's running. It seems like it's running through the same fucking documentary, but it's getting to the point like it's now not just World Trade Center videos. It's just. It's like, hey, happy, 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 horny, horny, happy, sad. There was a video on the Eric Clapton kid, Connor, that the 4-year-old that like jumped out the window or bolted through the window and fell 52 stories to his fucking death because the cleaner wasn't paying attention. And it's playing Tears in Heaven because that's the song he wrote for it. It's like, I have a top. What is happening? What is a? I need to delete the app, but it's a solid happy, happy, horny, horny, sad, happy, happy, horny, horny.
It's to balance out the post jerk.
It's what it feels like. It's like, oh,
like
you're getting
regret.
ready to take your dick out? No. Hear about this sad man who had 3 kids, kind of like you, that's about your age, and died in a tower that he had no control over.
They know
There
your
you
greatest
go.
fear.
Oh, they fucking do. Like, another video that popped up, because sometimes they'll put slideshows on there. They did a slideshow of all the kids that died on 9/11.
That just started recently, too.
Yeah,
I didn't even realize. I thought they were ads until I realized, oh, you're supposed to swipe right on these. I was like, oh, okay.
Wait, what?
So there's a thing where
I don't
like,
have TikTok,
Yeah.
so
you could basically make a story out of just pictures.
Yeah.
Yes.
So in my algorithm, like sometimes you get the sluts that are showing off, like, oh, I'm sexy, and there's sexy music playing.
Yeah.
And then the deep, dark part of it that makes you sad is like, here are the 5 children that were on the plane and had no control what was going to happen. On their way to Disney. Like, that's the fucking captions on this shit. It's fucking with me. It's fucking with me.
I get
So China, good job.
I get some protester ladies in some country that's not here completely topless.
I got that, but I classified that under horny.
Oh, okay. I don't know what they're arguing, but
Yeah, they're yelling in French. Who fuck cares? Their tits are out.
I backed them
But it's
up.
okay because it's a protest.
I backed them up 110%.
I hearted it, so that stuff should be pushed more.
Yeah, I backed them up 110%.
Not Eric
No
Clapton's
idea what they're
kid
fighting for, but you
or
know.
fucking World Trade Center stuff.
All right.
Or
Yeah.
like, oh, like
You-
let's
You go, girl.
put all
You
the
go,
pictures
girl.
of everybody in the latest gun shooting. Thank you. That's what I needed.
girl.
I got a kid in school. Show me that. I love it. Anyway, that's my TikTok algorithm, and I feel like it's a good point to jump over to gaming news with Gibby.
yeah.
Woo!
Oh, yeah. I was totally ready for that.
Gibbles and bits, gibbles and bits. I'm a little bird who loves gibbles and bits. Gibby.
Oh shit! I thought we were still on. My bad. My bad.
No, he said the bit, I clicked the button.
Well, we kept going, and I thought we were still alive. My
Nope.
fucking bad.
No, once he says gaming news will give it.
It's
I'm glad we're
15.
getting this out the second to last show. When he says it, I
Just
click
let
the
you
button.
know, on Monday.
On Monday, right? Yeah.
When I bring back all the segments.
Yeah, all of them. We're here for 16 hours straight.
I'm gonna bring back everybody we interviewed too. All the awkward, especially the awkward ones.
Oh God.
Oh, I can't wait.
Oh, that porn star? Or whatever.
Are we
Oh,
interviewing a
I
porn
forgot
star?
about that model. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we had a bunch of country singers when like none of us listen to country music.
Yep.
And then we have that Laura girl who's a huge feminist that I would love for you to have a discussion with.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Your biggest fan.
At this point, you can say whatever you want because it's the last show.
That's right. That's right.
Go on. Gaming news.
EA.
It's in the game.
So apparently they're restructuring.
Not surprising.
How?
So they're doing EA Entertainment is going to be one brand,
They're
and
making movies?
EA Sports is going to be the other brand.
Okay. So they're separating like the Star Wars games from the.
They're basically separating all their sport games away from all the other stuff because they also have like Star Wars.
Didn't they?
They have a bunch of fucking random.
I thought they already did
Bullshit.
that.
Do they have a shooter?
Yeah, Apex.
So where's that fall?
Oh yeah.
That would be
Sports or
entertainment.
It's an esport.
Ooh.
I don't think it's an esport.
There's no tournaments for
Apex is
They
an
did.
esport.
Back in the day, I don't think.
They still do it.
I'm
Yeah.
just stirring conversation. I truly don't care,
Uh,
but I want them to be like, you know what? Football, soccer, hockey,
Yeah.
guns.
Yeah, Apex
'Cause
Apex Legends Global Series competition calendar. I'm not clicking it.
And there's nothing more American than an American sport of shooting guns.
Mhm.
yeah.
Just saying.
I don't know. I just assumed it was going to go under the entertainment
I would
side.
assume it falls with Titanfall and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It just goes into that entertainment
Yeah.
side.
But like all their like Madden, their golf games, NHL, baseball, all that's going to go right
Do they
to.
have a baseball?
Yes.
I assume they do.
No. Because the show is owned by...
Sony.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
it's a
they have-
Sony
I
studio.
think they have the UFC, don't they?
Yes.
They have Is this a mobile game? EA Sports MLB Tap Baseball.
Oh.
No.
But I don't know if
fuck
that's
that shit.
actually, like-
Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's gonna be kind of interesting. I don't know if it's gonna help out or not.
So it's probably going to be less staffed on the sports side, where Carl over there could just copy paste, and they'll put most of their fucking budget into the entertainment side of like, hey, we don't want to lose the Star Wars IP. Fucking make a good game.
So Nintendo
Nintendo.
suggested to Ubisoft that
Ubisoft.
it would have been in its best interest to release Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope on the Switch successor.
They have a Switch successor coming out,
Well, there's a
or is it the OLED thing?
there is a direct coming out tomorrow.
Yeah. My guess is because this just came out that they're probably going to be
That
releasing.
Sparks of Hope thing came out at Christmas.
Yeah.
Correct. So basically, what they're saying is the Nintendo is saying that, which again is why I'm bringing this up because I'm not sure if this is true or not, but basically they prefer to have only one of each come out on a system, and then when one of each comes out in the system, they push a new system.
That makes sense. Look at Zelda.
That's what I mean, like Zelda, like all of them apparently. Like, apparently, there's always like.
Unless you're Donkey Kong or Kirby.
Yeah.
Those two IPs, fuck it. Just remake and send everything.
But like if you think about like, I guess all of them do it. Like Mario Karts, Mario
Yeah.
Party.
You get a couple carts and parties.
Yeah.
Because you had a few Mario parties on the Wii U.
6
You
and
had
7 were on the GameCube.
You had 2 on Switch. You had the All-Stars and you had Super Mario Party or whatever it was.
Yeah. So.
But when it comes to Mario titles, we haven't had one since Odyssey.
Yeah.
Not like a
Correct.
new thing. And before that, it was Galaxy on the 2 for Wii U.
You had Galaxy 1 and Galaxy 2 on the Wii.
Okay.
They
But
were
that's
both
because the
Wii.
Wii U was the...
They knew that was gonna flop the second they announced it.
So, I thought it was interesting, especially since Nintendo came out and said it.
It makes... it makes sense with America. Nah. The Rabbids thing is what's throwing me off. Like, why the fuck would you care what Ubisoft did?
Well, my guess is I'm
Because
wondering.
I mentioned they only get like maybe
again,
half.
like the Direct's tomorrow, which is one of my stories. I'm wondering if they're going to be announcing a new system,
What the hell a way to send off the show?
and then and then they really wanted that to be one of the main titles of the new
But
system.
the thing that confuses me is that Nintendo has come out before and said that the Switch has a long lifespan. They don't have any plans on releasing a successor
I'm
yet.
gonna call bullshit. Only for the fact that if they're announcing a new system that I assume is gonna come out this Christmas,
It would have to come out, yeah.
why wouldn't you just hold Zelda then?
Breath of the Wild?
Yeah, why wouldn't you just hold that another 6 months and release it with the
Seriously,
system?
people. That or they do the same thing they
question.
did with Twilight Princess and the same thing they did with
The first Breath of the Wild.
the first Breath of the Wild, because Twilight
Dual
Princess
system.
was for GameCube and Wii. Breath of the Wild was for Wii U and Switch.
But you knew the Switch was coming.
No.
You didn't know the Switch was coming when they released the Breath of the Wild?
I don't think so.
Oh, well, then that's just fucked up. Business-wise, it makes sense. It's fucked up as a fan.
Yeah.
Because everybody went and bought Breath of the Wild for this, and then they're going to go, fuck, I got to buy for that. Yeah.
That's right.
It's me.
But yeah, so Nintendo Direct is June 21st, which I believe is tomorrow. Nintendo posted a live stream 40-minute informational focus on Nintendo. Titles basically happening this year, including new details of Pikmin.
That makes so much sense if tomorrow they're announcing the system. Because when Eric put in the chat that they were doing a Direct, there's no heavy hitters. I know Pikmin is a heavy hitter, but that's not a heavy hitter.
It's not,
No.
A new system would be a fucking heavy hitter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ha.
And right around now, it'll be good timing to start the Christmas push.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
We'll see.
So, fun fact, Breath of the Wild was first planned to be released in 2015 as a Wii U exclusive. It was eventually released on March 3rd, 2017 as a launch game for the Switch and the final Nintendo game for the Wii U.
They held that game for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
So, yeah, why wouldn't they push the second one to 6 months?
They probably saw how that one did. Breaching
Trying to get
between
both.
And
Well,
now you can buy, you're going to buy it for
Yeah.
the Switch, and now, oh, look, there's the new Nintendo console, and you can get Tears of the Kingdom, which is going to look so much cooler, even though it's going to look the same.
Do you think the
Well,
new
look,
console will
the-
have backwards compatibility? Like you can put the
No,
cart,
what they're
Switch
gonna
cart
do
No.
is they'll have the Zelda be like a skin or something for it and give you the copy with it, but have a markup charge for that particular likeness.
I'm all about systems being
Yeah.
updated and coming out with a new one. I don't see where you go with Nintendo.
There's nothing.
Who
There's
knows?
nothing to
We'll
innovate.
see.
Unless you make it more powerful.
Unless you put it in your body. Like I don't know where you go
Yeah.
with the Switch.
Maybe it'll tie in with the Apple VR thingy that they just came out with, the 3K thing, 7K thing, whatever the fuck it was.
Yes. Unless they go full fucking console and get away from the handheld aspect.
I mean, you could go VR. They don't have any VR stuff.
Not really. They had their box thing where you could put your head in a box and look at it.
There
Do you
go.
remember that thing?
I do.
Yeah, it was a weird fucking. I still have that Mario Kart thing where you could turn the fucking basement into a Mario Kart race. I've never opened the goddamn box.
Really?
It looked like an interesting thing where basically the cart itself had a camera on it, and then basically the basement would have been the fucking course.
Yeah.
I just didn't feel like setting it up. It's too much effort in it to play a video game if
There
I
you
have
go.
to build something.
Yeah. Anyway.
We'll have information on that next Monday on the final Dace Man Show.
That's right.
Whether
Might be a
we-
big one.
It's a new console that we'll never talk about ever, or just other disappointments, which we do talk about
That's right. A lot.
a lot.
PlayStation Plus is adding 19 games.
To like, that's the classics they need to beef up.
Yeah. Far Cry 6. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge.
Ooh.
Rogue Legacy 2.
Okay.
Inscription.
Mm.
Solstice. Tacoma. Deuces X Mankind Divide. Killing Floor 2.
Okay.
Red Out 2.
Oh.
Thief.
Oh.
MX vs. ATV Legends. Paw Patrol.
Let's
Mighty Pups.
Go!
Save Adventure Bay. My Friend Peppa Pig. DC Leagues of Super Pets.
Okay, League of Super Pets.
The Talos Principle. Elix.
Oh, that's actually a fun game.
Elix 2. And then for the PlayStation Plus Premium people, I don't know what the fuck that means.
You paid more.
Killzone Liberation.
It's their Game Pass to their retro
Yeah,
library.
Killzone Liberation from the PSP.
Okay.
Worms. PS1.
Ooh. Worms.
Herc's Adventures. PS1.
Krunk's Adventure?
Herc's. HERC''S.
Okay. That's not ringing a bell.
That's it, my friend.
Okay, so
sorry.
the 4 titles I knew are Game Pass.
Yeah, I was just gonna say a lot of these. Like I have
They're all
Paw
Game
Patrol.
Pass.
I have Peppa Pig.
Yeah, Jimmy has those.
Yeah.
But the Far Cry 6, the Shredder Revenge or whatever, they were all Game Pass.
Mm-hmm.
I think I bought Far Cry 6 just because when I bought the system, I felt I had to have a game for the system. And the guy recommended it, and I never played it.
Sounds about right. So
their library is so sad.
Next.
Because they let so many IPs go.
They did. Well, yeah.
They didn't envision competition.
Yeah. So here's an interesting one. I'm curious how he's gonna react to this one. Pokemon.
Okay.
The next Pokemon trading card game set is all about the original 151.
Oh, that's already been announced.
Yeah, I know.
Not on the show.
Not on this show, you son of a bitch.
Because it's going to include Alakazam for the first time in, 15 years.
So after launching the two sets theme at the most recent Pokemon Arcade trading card games, next will be focused entirely on the first batch of Pokemonsters. I hate the fact they call them Pokemonsters, but whatever. So it's TCG Scarlet and Violet 151 expansion.
Okay. I have tried so many times to get back into the Pokemon collecting. It's crazy. They release new sets every 3 fucking months.
Mm-hmm. They do.
And you can't as a completionist. It's
well, this one
rough.
you can completionist the 151.
I would do that, but they'll probably sell you a set that only has 100, and good luck finding the other 51.
Correct.
And then there's also the super rare, which isn't listed as part of the finds.
I never care about that type of stuff. I just want to have all 151.
Yeah. So it's gonna have 12 Pokemon EX cards. Don't know.
Okay.
I'd also think the card designs are stupid.
16 illustration rare.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that means. 7 special illusionary rares. 16 ultra rare full art etched Pokemon and support cards. 3 hyper rare gold etched cards.
See, I don't like the new design of the cards. I think they're stupid. The fact that everything could be a holographic.
Yeah.
That's dumb.
Yeah.
It's I'm sorry. Maybe it's just me sounding old, but there was something to the older cards that I felt the artwork looked better.
Yeah, but it was cool. You get a holo and you're like, oh shit, yeah. Now it's a reverse holo fucking energy.
Yeah, you knew what the holos were. You knew that, all right, these 20 cards are the badass cards to have.
Yep.
Now a Pikachu could be a fucking badass card to have.
Damn right.
Or again,
it has HP of 20.
Or they have hollow energies.
Yeah,
really?
it's fucking stupid.
Alright, so I got 2 more stories. Did any of you guys, anybody pay attention to Stormgate?
To what?
Stormgate?
No.
I'm on Ocean Gate right now.
So I'll be streaming that when it comes out. It's coming out.
Oh, it's a game. My bad.
Oh yeah, I thought we were going to talk about something else for a second, and I wasn't ready to go.
I thought it was
into
a
details.
Scandal, and then because they put Gate at the end of everything.
No. So that it's coming from Frostgiant, I believe, is the Game Pass studio, and it's all StarCraft 2 alumni.
The characters?
No, developers.
Oh.
So I'm hyper excited about this. They released alpha gameplay trailer. I believe it was Wednesday.
Is it just PC only?
I may have watched it 10,000 times already. I can't wait for it to come out. Fuck all you guys.
Is it PC
Go fuck
only?
yourselves. Yes. It's StarCraft. Just a new version.
Is it really?
Yes.
So it's
literally the StarCraft 2 developers made another fucking game. It looks stupidly similar.
Is there tower defenses? Can I save the World Trade Center?
So that I'm praying to God that they actually have.
I got a karma on my shoulder now. I gotta protect
save
it. Used to mock that game and those victims.
I'm praying to God that they're gonna actually have UMS settings where they don't do that stupid bullshit that StarCraft did. And I don't see
the World
why.
Trade Center game?
No, well the reason why in StarCraft 2 it died off is because Blizzard owns everything. It's because of the whole Dota issue. Wow. So that's why there wasn't anywhere near as much creativity, basically, when it came to the UMS settings.
Oh, it sucks. There's a Daft Punk game where it's just over and over.
So I'm praying to God that they move away from that fucking shit, please, for the love of God.
Well, they're not under the Gizzard.
No. They
Fist,
started
right?
their own thing, Frost Giant. I'm pretty
So
sure.
they
it's
can
Frost
assault women.
Giant. They can assault whoever they want. Okay, goddamn it. As long as you keep making goddamn games, I don't give a fuck.
And it's called Stormgate?
Stormgate, yes.
It sounds a lot like StarCraft. Like,
You just change 3 letters to
Yeah,
2 and you'll be there. I'm just saying. You know, the ORM. Whatever. I'm just leave it alone.
when's it come out?
Next year.
I'll be dead.
Yeah. So now I'm assuming it's going to probably be around summertime. Well, again, I'm assuming it's following Blizzard type standards.
Why would they
Again,
not try to
Blizzard
compete
played
with
this
Diablo?
studio.
Come out now!
Well, they went out in alpha,
Okay.
and that's why we got some of the alpha thing. Well, it was a pro StarCraft 2 gamer, and a game developer were the ones that were actually playing.
Oh, so they got alpha, not us.
Yes.
Peons
Well,
can't play yet.
alphas, yes. The alpha is always very select.
Close.
Yeah.
We
Beta
used to
is
get alpha
usually when it
codes.
gets- Alpha?
Yeah, we got lectured. When you called a game alpha, and there's like, oh, well, you called it beta, and they told you it was an alpha.
Yeah, well, no, that's because they gave us this.
Pastries in space.
Yeah.
We got one show
That
left. I don't care.
was- Yeah, that was fucking bad. That was fucking bad. Holy shit, I forgot about that game.
I didn't.
Yeah, there's a reason.
Check it out on our archive. Not on Twitch, because Twitch got rid of our archive.
And my last thing, Twitch.
Let's go.
Is it Twitch?
Yes!
It's this, is it the terms of agreement? Like, basically they fucked up everything?
So basically, Twitch announced, which again, I don't have that whole part of it, but they announced a new Partnership Plus program,
Yeah, so they're giving more money to the 1%.
which, they got fucked. The 1% got fucked. So basically,
Okay, you're thinking like the 1%. I'm talking like the tier below the 1%. So maybe the 2%?
3.5%.
Because they're not going to fuck over their actual partners.
7%.
they actually did, and a lot of them are in revolt right now.
Go ahead, finish the story. Let me hear the terms that have been changed, so I can decide for you.
So basically, it's called It's Partner Plus program.
Okay.
And so basically, what they're doing is a 70-30% split.
70 to the creator.
70 to the creator, 30 to the site.
Okay.
Right. So Paladin, one of them says, "Fuck it. This was a secret deal they offered streamers. So these are the top end streamers. If you hit this quota for 3 months, you got the deal indefinitely. Now they've added a cap for you and a time period of 12 months, meaning every year you have to hit this." Right?
And they're not. And so why would that
So-
guy be upset? Because he's going to hit it.
No.
Not unless he-
So here's the caveats. There's caveats to it.
Yeah.
So
Gift subs don't count.
no, well that's true. Gift subs don't count. But after you earn over $100,000 a year, you now get kicked out of this program, and you go back to a 50-50 split. So all of your top tier people who had the 70-30 are getting kicked down to 50-50.
As they should.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying. That's why there's all the top tier people are up in arms, because they're taking a
Because
pretty,
they're losing
taking
money,
a
yeah.
decent
Yeah.
pay cut from this because.
But Twitch doesn't get a taste of their fucking donate button below. Like, not if you go through Streamlabs.
Well,
Okay.
yeah, if you do that.
Not if you go through PayPal. Like they're not getting a cut of any of the fucking shit they do on the side. They
Yeah.
brand through Teespring. This is all stuff we do.
Patreon.
Yeah,
Patreon,
Patreon,
everything
yeah.
we do, they don't get a taste of. So I could see why they did it.
So,
Does Bezos need more money? No.
but
So both of them suck.
He
They
sees
should all get out of our way and let me do it.
So what I'm hearing is that Bezos sees an opportunity to go into the submarine field and start his own submarine business, and he's trying to get the money.
Instead
Now-
of launching dicks into
I was
space,
gonna say,
I'll
you
launch them
just
into the
launched
ground.
dick into the space, yeah. So why don't you just go on the dick and let's just see what happens?
But for any of
Yeah.
those complaining about the 50-50, please feel free to get the fuck off the platform. I'll take over.
That's right. So,
I'll take 50-50.
I've seen several of them said that they're
Especially after we make
basically-
$100K a year.
Yeah.
There's no way in hell, if I made 50-50 or whatever the fucking thing is, I'm limited to Twitch.
Oh,
Yeah.
right, yeah.
That I would be branching. If I made money that actually could push me in the right direction, I wouldn't even be on Twitch that long. My end goal is not Twitch. It would be something bigger and better. So,
So
fuck you for your complacency, Paladin.
A lot of them are moving to either YouTube gaming or
Kick. Fantastic.
Yeah.
The thing we were gonna go try out after we got done here is gonna get flooded by these fucking money grubbing little sluts.
So I'm hearing is we are trendsetters.
That's right, we are.
And we need to act faster.
They owe me a royalty for ending my show. That's
right.
I feel like that should
We
happen.
need it. 6 years, something.
We've
7
been here
years?
for 10.
10. All right, time flies.
Not to mention the first iteration was on Justin.tv, which
Time-
this was.
time flies when you're drinking.
Yeah.
I don't know if you drank the whole
It
time.
does.
Yeah, he did.
He did.
Not like this.
Yeah.
Not like
As his depression got worse,
like
worse
yeah,
he
exactly.
had, but he had more blood than alcohol in him.
That's right. So that was my last story. I just wanted to bitch about Twitch because you're a dick.
We're getting off of it anyways.
Yeah,
so.
that's exactly why I figured second last show. I thought it was last show.
Well,
Well,
they're not-
second last show. Fuck them.
They're not going to do anything
we'll
against
end
us.
it right the high
They've
note.
already taken away our fucking videos on demand. There's no point to be on this platform
Dude,
anymore.
because I was looking them up. I was trying to, because me and Dan were sitting there going, when did we start this fucking realm? And
It's on YouTube.
because I was like, I thought it was before the pandemic, but we
Way
kind
before.
of no. Me and Dan basically looking through the logs, it almost makes sense that it happened like either right before or right at the beginning of the pandemic.
Not the realm that we have now.
Which I was so confused with
I was
because
with-
I
no.
thought it was well before that.
The realm we have now was 2020.
It was like the
Two.
fall of 2019.
No, the first realm that we started
Oh, that was
with
way
Compadre,
ago. That
was
way ago, yeah.
2019.
I don't think so. I think that was earlier than that. But I'm a little. I mean, me and him were lost, and that's why I was trying to find
I'm
them.
pretty sure it was 2019.
Yeah, and unfortunately,
I go back and look at who I kicked off the realm,
That's right.
and then I'll give you a time frame.
But yeah, because I was a little, because I thought it was
You
like,
look at our original map; it's 2017.
I thought it
Like
was
I have those
yeah.
time stamped on the PS4.
I thought it was like a year or two prior to the pandemic.
It
Is
was
what I thought, but it doesn't put
2019.
us. It doesn't put us in the right updates for Minecraft, which is
That's
why I
what
was
I'm
confused.
saying.
Yeah.
Because we originally
Yeah.
started this realm going into patch 1.19.
Mm-hmm.
Because
That's
we set the
basically-
limit to 3,000, 3,000.
That's exactly what me and Dan did, and that's like this is the last patch that came out, and this is when we came
I
on. But
asked
it doesn't
him.
make sense that it's that time frame. Hi, buddy.
Do you remember?
No.
He's
I
also
could've
just a
sworn
shot.
it was 2019.
Again,
so
but
when's
Minecraft-
119? When did 119 come out?
No, it
19.
came out at the end of 19,
No.
or literally end of 19, beginning of 2020.
I am fairly certain we
I
started this
thought-
realm in 2019.
I thought we started it like
No, it was before the wild. It was way before the wild update. 119 now.
Yeah, 119 was released June 7th, 2022, which was the wild update.
It was before 118. 118 was the Caves and Cliffs. It was
Yep.
before that.
Because we have none
I
of that.
remember.
no,
We
The
have
first
none of that in
release
the, air,
of
the
we
vicinity.
didn't have that. Yeah.
Yeah,
it
we
was
did.
before the Caves and Cliffs Part 1.
Not
so
near our
not
spawn.
117.
Before that, I think that was when we first expanded Part 1.
116 was the Nether update. It would have been after that.
Correct.
Because the Nether update was released 2020.
Exactly.
No.
That's what we're saying is 2019, 2020. And the 2019, beginning of 2020 is when we did
Okay.
the server.
The Nether update was released on June 23rd, 2020, and the fact that our bases are in those biomes, we did it after the Nether update. That's when we created
So that
because
means
our old realm,
this-
we created a new one because the Nether was already explored, and we went, fuck, we're never gonna find new Nether, and that's when we created the new world.
Yep. So
So it would have been
During
after
the
June
pandemic.
2020.
so we did it during the pandemic, which I just that does not
Yeah.
make any sense.
It doesn't make that
It
that
just
time
doesn't.
frame does not
Me,
add up.
you,
to
100%
Dan,
what
everybody
we did.
keeps saying it. It just
No.
doesn't make
100
sense. But
100%. That's what we did. That's why we did it.
I agree, but I would have sworn we did this before the pandemic.
I swore
Yeah.
we did this in 2022.
You sure we didn't do
not
it in
20.
preparation for the update?
No, we definitely changed
We did it
because
on the update.
Oh.
I'm 90% sure that's
We
why
didn't say,
did
"Hey,
it.
this update's coming. Let's
No.
start the realm
I'm
and just not
actually
explore."
thinking he might be right. We might never went into the Nether.
Because
Because we didn't expand very far out from 0-0 because of it.
I guess maybe that could be yes. If we decided like,
Because
hey,
Dan's first base is the spawn base.
Correct. And then
I'm fairly
Interesting.
certain it was fall of 2019. I only know this because I had to kick somebody off the realm.
yeah.
But that doesn't mean that's the world that was loaded on the realm.
mm,
Because the realm people have essentially had access since 2017 when we first did our Philadelphia thing. We burned down your church.
Okay.
Anyway, I remember that.
Sorry. But
that was definitely 2019 when we burned down your church.
Damn right.
And then
summer of 2019.
Then we made a new realm.
Yeah.
In which case and then we destroyed that realm.
No.
We had three different realms. We
had a weird castle realm that shows up, but that has a 2017 date on it.
I'm going through the chat logs.
I don't know if it was a 20.
Please do.
Chat logs? That there's no reliability on that chat.
No.
There's a good chance that chat was started, and there's another Minecraft chat, or that you were at it when it was started.
Yeah. I was definitely at it when I was started.
You sure?
Yeah.
You weren't an active player.
You were not when we first started.
Yeah, not when you first started.
No, you came in probably in 2022.
Or the pandemic. Everybody came in at the pandemic.
During the pandemic.
I remember playing during the pandemic.
I'm actually thinking he might be right.
I think we started
it in prep, but didn't actually go into the Nether because I think we started it.
The Iron Farm is relatively close too.
I was gonna say we wanted to have the Iron Farm and we wanted to get prepped to go into the Nether, so I think we started it. Yeah. Because none of us are that far from the start.
No. Well, Dan is now, but Dan did it after the Nether update.
Well, he did it after we expanded past 3,000.
Well, I don't even think he actually went past. Well, he went a little past it.
A little past, yeah.
But I think he ran out to that border when we told him.
Yeah. So, anyway.
Well, that's going to do it for us on our second to last Dace Man Show. Let's go around the horn for a final time, I guess, to see what everybody's up to. Gibby?
Please watch me every Monday on Possibly Kick.
As we burn it to the ground next week!
I stream Minecraft. I streamed last night. It was quite boring because everybody ditched me except me and Dan.
I'm sorry. Wade just had work, and Wade didn't go to sleep till 9:40.
I was a little shocked that it was just me and Dan, and I'm just like,
I thought at least Aaron was going to be on there with you.
He was on for a little bit, but apparently somebody was getting their house bug bombed or some shit, and he had to fucking entertain.
That's their problem.
So it's just me. I mean, I at least cleared out my what's called so I can start laying frog lights. Start the actual board.
Honestly, Wade fell asleep at 9:30. I looked at the Discord. I saw you and Dan just in there, and I went, "They're probably on Diablo or."
No,
Warcraft.
he wanted me to jump, but I'm like, dude, I'm just gonna ride it until I'm done and go to bed because I'm like, I'm exhausted. I was dead. The amount of fucking concrete I moved, I was fucking dead. But yeah, so I actually called it. I was in bed probably by 11, to be honest.
That's fair. Break War! What do you got going on?
Oh, hi. I don't know. After the show's done, I don't know anymore.
That's fair.
This is the one thing that I could.
I mean, you can't get on Minecraft
I look
Mondays
forward
anymore.
to this point next Monday when I go, what are you doing with your life?
Suicide, probably. I don't know.
Not in the house.
No, in here.
Okay.
Not in this house.
Yeah.
Nah, that was never a rule.
It's a rule. How am I going to burn it?
Since
How are you going
when?
to burn it if you're dead in it?
Just like that.
Doesn't work like that.
Start burning.
Cheever.
So, next week I'll be hosting a panel at the Pleasure Paradise. The panel discussion is BDSM in the community of Philadelphia during Pride. It is at 8 p.m.
Is that in Philly?
Yes.
What
Where the fuck's
day?
that at?
It's
Paradise?
It is.
I feel like I've heard of this.
Are you
place
trying to get more
before.
details out of him to see
Yes.
if it's real?
Yes.
It is. I got two fun.
Fuck it. Well, I can't trust
He didn't
him.
say the day of the week. He just said next week at 8.
Next week at 8.
There's several 8s next week.
And it never specified AM or PM.
Yeah, there's
so
at least 10 options to go see him talk about
BDSM
BDSM.
in the Philadelphia during Pride. And how
The end of Pride, so like they're gonna be exhausted.
Exactly. That's why you need to have the conversation now to keep the momentum going forward.
Wait, a casino?
No. Pleasure Paradise.
Leveraging his current job to have a panel.
Number one up is Pleasure Paradise Casino and Hotel.
Anyway,
That is one fucking freaky. Fucking. Oh my god.
that's gonna do it for us this week on the Dace Man Show. Next Monday, we will air our finale, which will be the...
Is that not fucking freaky?
That's Back to the Future.
That fucking freaky?
That's Back to the Future too, and that's Biff
I'm just
Tannen.
saying, but that's what shows up when you fucking Google it.
Is that what you were referencing?
I have no idea.
I'm just saying. Like,
I know there's a place that is the pleasure something. I'm debating if
I'm
it was
just
Pleasure
saying.
Paradise or Pleasure Chest.
Well, you just inattentionally referenced Back to the Future 2 and confused him to the point where he thought it was real.
No, I'm fucking losing my mind right now. I'm just saying, man. I'm like, what the fuck?
Our final show is next Monday on June 26th, 8 p.m. Eastern. It is the 10th anniversary of the show and ultimately the finale. So tune in next week as we do one more live one and say goodbye to the Dace Man Show. So for the few,
For my chickens,
for the proud,
and the whale,
for the Dace-tacular, thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next week. Remember, basement dwellers, stick to the protocol.
There's no protocol.
What's up, basement dwellers? I hope you enjoyed the latest Basement Protocol Productions creation. I'm Chris the Dace Man Dace.
I'm Frank.
And we want to drop some social media plugs on you. Check us out on Twitter at the BPP Official for all our tweeting needs, or you go over to Instagram at the BPP Official as well for all our picture needs.
Or Facebook/Basement Protocol Productions, or YouTube/Basement Protocol Productions.
And if you're somebody who likes live, non-stop action content, you can go over to twitch.tv/Basement Protocol.
Or if you just like the internet in general, you can go to www.basementprotocolproductions.com. Either way you do it, doesn't matter. We'll see you next time.